Good afternoon, folks. So what we're going to do in today's question is we're going to do an inclined lines problem. Okay, inclined lines are lines that are drawn at an angle. So the question we have here is based on the EA Sports logo, okay, that you might see in some games. It says the figure below shows the drawing of the logo used by EA Games. Make a drawing of this design showing all construction lines. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to zoom in on that a little bit closer there. Okay, might be a little bit hard to see based on the lighting, but what we have to do is we have to complete this logo here and we have to follow the measurements down here. Okay, so I'm just going to put those in for a little bit clearer reference. So 15, 25, I have 40 here, 15, 25, and a final 15 there. I have angles of 60 degrees going from this direction, and I also have angles of 60 degrees here. My overall height on the side is 110, and have 5 other vertical heights, all of 22. All 22. Okay, so what we're going to do to complete this question is I'm going to pick this point right here as my start point. Now, first of all, we have to identify the angles that we're going to use. We can see that we have two angles here, 60 degrees and 60 degrees. They're just going in different directions. So if you follow my pencil there, I have lines going here at 60 degrees here, here, here. You can see in this section. Then I have 60 degrees here, here, and here, all going in the same direction. I then have two lines going in 60 degrees in this direction, here and here. Okay, but they're all dictated off these measurements down here. So what I'm going to do to start the question is I'm going to start off by picking a start point, and then after I pick the start point, I'm going to put in my vertical heights and do horizontal lines across the page, and then I'll refer back here. So first step, horizontal lines. So just zoom out there so you can see a little bit better. So you can see here I have a start point picked on my page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a horizontal line across. Okay, doesn't matter how far to start off with. Now what I'm going to do then is I'm going to measure up in increments of 22 millimeters. So I'll mark up 22. If you're good at maths, 22 plus 22 is 44. If you struggle with maths, that's okay. You can move up your set square like that, and you can literally start 22 again, and then it would be 44 and 66 here. But likewise, you could have done it at start 22, 44, 66, 88, 110. At every one of them, I'm going to project them across quite lightly. Okay, these are construction lines. So there we have it. Now, there's all my construction lines in on the sheet. What I'm going to do now is refer back to the sheet. I'm going to put in my measurements starting from my start point, which is right here. I'm going to go 15, 25, 40, 15, 25, 15. Okay, so I'll put them in one by one. So 15, 25, 40. If you're good at the maths, you can add them up. Otherwise, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm starting on the 0 every time. I have 15, 25, and then a final 15 again. Now, I've all those done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start off by doing my lines at 60 degrees. Okay, all going from every one of these. Okay, so I know they actually, just before I do that, the first one, the second one, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth one. The fifth one goes all the way to the top, but the sixth one only goes up to the third line, okay? So I'm going to keep that in mind. So just zoom out there so you can see it a bit better on how I'm setting it up. So with my set square like this, placed on top of my T-square, I'm going to do construction line like this. I won't need all of them. Same again. You can see here I'm just sliding it across. There's that one. Okay, I'll actually just do that far first. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what I'm going to do is refer back to the drawing to see what I need to heavy in. So if I zoom back in there, you can see here, even though I use this as my start point, I don't heavy in any of this section. I actually come in a bit and I'm going to heavy up 2 sections. So it goes up 1, up 2, and then back across. So I'm going to focus on completing the E up to about this point right here. okay, with this top section here as well. So I'm going to focus on that first of all. So heavying that in, I'll zoom out there again so you can see a little bit clearer. Okay, so we have it here, with my set square on top of it. I'm going to start heavying in the details. Okay, so there you can see, guys, we actually have it heavied in as far as there now. I said I wanted to do it up to the top of the A. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to focus on the A part. So you can see here, I've kind of heavied in over as far as about here on the bottom part. So I have to go a little bit further, as we can see. But the reason I wanted to go up as far as the A was because I wanted to identify kind of this section inside in here that was going to be important. So from here we can see we're going to be going up at 60 degrees because all the lines are parallel, so every one of them is at 60 degrees up to the third step up. So if you think 1, 2, 3 until it hits the third one. Then it's going to go down at 60 degrees like it is at the top. So from here it's going to go down at 60 and then from here down at 60. Okay, and we have one other line little bit to do there as well. Okay, so that's what I'm going to focus on. So I'll zoom out there once again, and from this 60 degrees here, I'll zoom out so you can see it actually fully. So that's how I'm placing my set square there this time. From the top point up here, once I've identified that, I'll project the line down like this. I'll actually step this out a little bit further. Okay, so we can see where the drawing is finished and we can see the spaces within. Now from this point in here, I'll zoom in once again a little bit further. I'm going to go up to the third one. There, where it hits this point right here. I'm going to step it down. And then finally, at this last little mark here, which I've marked an extra 15, mark up at an angle like that. We actually have the problem completed now, it's just a case of heavying it in, so I'll speed up the video there again. So there we have it, folks. That is the EA Sports logo completed using inclined lines at an angle of 60 degrees, both going this way like this, and then obviously flipped around, sitting on my set square, also going like that. Okay, hope you found that helpful, guys. That's the question complete.